Good day, Formula One fans, and welcome to the F1 Corner. Finally, the last two teams of the F1 grid have shown their colors for the 2020 Formula One season. I'm talking, of course, about Williams and Racing Point. Starting with Williams, the first thing that strikes is obviously their new livery. They are harboring a new, very colorful car with prominent presence of their main sponsor, Rocket. A lot of red and white and blue, especially the red, which is very clashing with last year, that you can see on the side pods. The three colors are reminding us of the British flag under which the team is running. Or actually, if you have kind of a twist in mind, you can compare it to a three-colored rocket popsicle. On the car itself, Deputy Team Principal Claire Williams stated that this car was, of course, an evolution, not a revolution. The team kept the same basic design and decided to improve on the areas that would benefit them the most on par with their smaller budget. You can easily see it just by looking at the car. Just like last year, it does not look very narrow and looks rather bulky in the back. Pretty much like it's a step behind the other teams. But this does not mean that the car will be bad. After all, things can hardly be any worse than they were in 2019 for Williams. And still, according to Claire Williams, the car will be considered a success during preseason testing if the simulation data correlates with what they see on track, which they might already have an idea after their shakedown in Barcelona on Monday. With that said, with what was shown, I would be willing to bet that Williams will put their aim more on 2021 than on 2020, even though it is important for the team and the brand to perform at the highest possible level. Making a huge comeback will be hard since none of the research and development done during winter will have a real impact on the next season. That does not mean that they cannot bounce back. McLaren proved it last year, but realistically, I would not expect Williams to be higher than 7th or 8th in the standing this year, and that's if they're lucky. And if I had to put my money on something, it's that all their biggest cards are probably already going to 2021. Now about Racing Point. They also did not present us with a very impressive car, in my opinion. Looking at it, the nose and front wing look very flat and nearly underdeveloped, similar to the car we had last year to some extent. The end plates are as straight as they can get. They haven't done a lot of changes to the barge board, and the back of the car also looks a bit bulky. I don't think this means that they haven't done anything during winter. I think they might actually be hiding some of their cards and will already bring some small evolutions in Barcelona in a few days and in Australia in March. They have also confirmed that BWT remains their main sponsors for this year, and the team will be rebranded for 2020 BWT Racing Point. And of course, as you can see, they also kept their bright pink livery. Now, the interesting stuff. Team Principal Otmar Schaffner did state during the press conference that he was predicting that both Racing Point drivers would end up on the podium sometime this season. Do they have such a good car under this plain-looking design? It will be interesting to follow. Racing Point is also one of those teams that had recent trouble and is finally getting its head out of the water. After changing ownership mid-2018 from the old Force India, they recently announced that the team will be rebranded Aston Martin Racing in 2021, meaning that there is plenty of money under the hood for them. I expect them to have a good but not exceptional car, maybe fighting for best of the rest in a race or two if the circumstances are favorable, and maybe one of the two drivers will get on the podium. But I predict them to be realistically maybe fighting for 6th this year, and if everything goes well with Aston Martin, they might get a very, very good car next year. Who knows? Thank you guys for watching. This was my review of the Williams and Racing Points for 2020. Please subscribe to this channel, please like and leave a comment. Please tell me, what do you think of the new Williams FW43 and the new Racing Point? Thank you for watching and see you next time.